You can drink 8 big glasses of water every single day, exactly like your doctor and the magazines have always told you to do, and still find yourself sitting on the toilet in absolute agony. The reason nobody is telling you why this is happening is because they are entirely focused on the amount of water you drink rather than the way your aging body actually reacts to it. Most seniors dealing with chronic stubborn constipation are incredibly frustrated because they feel like they are doing everything right. They are chugging plain cold water all day long, hoping it will wash out their system. But here's the brutal truth. When you are over the age of 60, throwing plain ice cold water into a slow, sluggish digestive tract actually shocks your system. It causes your stomach and your intestinal muscles to tighten up and freeze, rather than relax and open. It is like pouring cold water onto a greasy, stuck frying pan. Instead of washing the mess away, it just makes everything harden and stick even worse. What is even more frustrating is that the mainstream medical advice simply tells you to stay hydrated and take a harsh chemical laxative when that fails. This incomplete advice is not only keeping you trapped in the bathroom, but it is actually making your constipation significantly worse and more painful over time. And I'm going to explain exactly why. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what plain cold water is doing to your delicate digestive system at your age. Then we're going to dive into the 3 powerful specific things you need to add to your water to transform it from a simple drink into a fast-acting natural laxative. For each of these 3 water additions, I'm going to give you specific, incredibly easy, zero-cook daily routines so you know exactly when and how to drink them from the moment you wake up until you go to bed. Finally, I will also reveal 2 incredibly gentle, highly effective physical exercises you can do right in your living room chair. These movements will physically massage your colon and force the trapped waste out without you ever having to strain again. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, hit that button right away so we can help you heal your body naturally and comfortably. Without further ado, let us begin. Constipation at this stage of life is not just a matter of having a dry stool. It is about how your gut muscles are functioning and how your digestive fire is burning. Clinically, constipation means having fewer than 3 bowel movements per week, passing hard, dry stools until you are exhausted, or walking around all day feeling a heavy, uncomfortable pressure in your lower belly because you are never fully empty. To actually fix this problem, we cannot just flood your stomach with cold water and hope for the best. We need to actively warm up your digestive muscles, naturally stimulate your liver to help break down the waste and calm the swollen tissues inside your gut so the stool can finally slide out. Here are 3 specific ways to drink your water in order to achieve exactly that. Number 1, warm water in the morning. When we talk about fixing constipation, the very first thing we have to change is the temperature of the water you are putting into your body. Drinking plain warm water is one of the most powerful yet completely ignored tools for seniors struggling to go to the bathroom. Think about what happens when you wash greasy, stuck on food off a dinner plate. If you run cold water over it, the fats instantly harden, bind together, and stick like glue to the plate. Your digestive system works in the same way. When you eat dinner and go to sleep, your body spends the night trying to process those foods. If you wake up and immediately drink a glass of ice-cold water, you are literally freezing the fats and the heavy waste in your gut, causing your intestinal muscles to contract and close up. Warm water does the exact opposite. It acts as a gentle internal heating pad. When warm water hits your stomach, it immediately opens up your blood vessels, allowing warm, healing blood to rush directly to your digestive organs. This warmth physically relaxes the tight, cramped muscles of your colon. It melts the hardened, stagnant waste that has been stuck in your pipes overnight, turning it from a hard rock into a soft, moving paste. A 2022 study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition and Metabolic Care found that consuming warm water on an empty stomach significantly increased intestinal muscle movements in older adults compared to drinking cold water. The researchers noted that the warmth actively triggered the gut's natural reflexes, signaling the colon that it was time to open up and empty out the waste that had accumulated overnight. To get this natural muscle relaxing benefit fast, you need to completely change your morning routine. You're going to start your day with the morning gut wake-up routine. Before you even think about touching your coffee pot or eating a single bite of breakfast, you must go to your kitchen and heat 12 ounces of pure filtered water. You do not want it to boil like tea because that can burn your throat, but it needs to be significantly warmer than room temperature. It should feel like a very warm, soothing bath for your insides. Pour this warm water into your favorite mug. Now the key here is not to chug it. If you chug the water, your kidneys simply filter it out fast and send it straight to your bladder, meaning you will just have to pee. Instead, you must sit down and sip this warm water slowly and continuously over the course of about 10 to 15 minutes. As you take those slow, steady sips, the warm liquid gently travels down your throat, coating your esophagus and pooling in your stomach. Because it is warm, your stomach does not have to expend any extra energy trying to heat the liquid up to match your body temperature. Instead, it immediately passes the warm water down into your intestines. As this warm wave washes over your lower gut, it gently massages the tight muscles from the inside. It softens the hard, crusty edges of the stool sitting in your colon, and it begins to initiate the gentle wave-like squeezing motions your body needs to push the waste downward. By the time you finish the mug, your digestive system is completely awake, relaxed, and perfectly prepped for a smooth, effortless morning release. Warm water is an incredible starting point because it relaxes the muscles and melts the blockages. But what if the waste inside you is so deeply compacted and dry that simply relaxing the muscles is not enough? You need something that actively acts like a natural soap to break down that stubborn stool and pull moisture back into it. Which brings us to the next one. Number 2, lemon and water. Adding fresh lemon juice to your water is the next critical step for seniors who are dealing with heavy, stubborn constipation. Lemon water is not just a refreshing flavor. It is a highly active natural biological solvent. As we age, our liver often becomes sluggish. Your liver is responsible for producing bile, which is a dark, soapy liquid that your body uses to digest fats and keep your stool soft and slippery. When you do not produce enough bile, your stool becomes incredibly dry, hard, and rough, making it feel like you're trying to pass broken glass. When you drink water mixed with fresh natural lemon juice, the sharp acidic nature of the citrus goes straight to work on your liver. It acts as a wake-up call, actively commanding your liver to flush out fresh new bile into your digestive tract. This fresh bile mixes with the trapped waste, acting exactly like a natural dish soap to soften the hard edges, break down the stagnant material, and lubricate the entire colon. Furthermore, the natural citric acid in the lemon helps to pull moisture from your surrounding tissues directly into your bowel, turning that dry, hard stool into a soft, easy-to-pass mass. A 2021 clinical review published in the European Journal of Nutrition confirmed that natural citrus extracts significantly increase bowel motility and effectively soften stool consistency in older adults. The researchers discovered that the specific compounds in fresh lemon juice actively bind to the toxins and the heavy compacted waste in the colon, breaking them apart and making them significantly easier for the body to physically push out. To harness this powerful stool softening solvent, you are going to introduce the midday citrus flush into your daily routine. Right around lunchtime, when your digestive system is in the middle of processing your day's food, take a tall glass of room temperature water. Do not use cold water, as we already know cold water freezes the gut. Take one fresh, vibrant yellow lemon. Do not use the artificial concentrated lemon juice that comes in those little plastic squeeze bottles from the baking aisle, as those are completely dead and contain zero active enzymes. You must use a real fresh lemon. Cut the lemon in half and squeeze the juice of that entire half directly into your glass of water. If you want, you can even drop the squeezed lemon half right into the glass so the essential oils from the peel can infuse into the water. Stir it up gently. Drink this lemon water about 20 minutes before you eat your lunch. As you drink it, the fresh lemon juice coats your stomach lining. The sourness immediately signals your brain to tell your liver to release that lubricating bile. By the time you sit down to eat your lunch, your entire digestive tract is coated in a natural slippery lubricant. The lemon water actively breaks down whatever old trapped waste is currently sitting in your colon from the days before, while simultaneously preparing your pipes to effortlessly handle the new food you are about to eat. It is a massive natural cleanse that works gently with your body instead of forcing it with harsh chemicals. Lemon water does a fantastic job of breaking down the hard rocks and lubricating the pipes. But for many seniors, the core reason they cannot go to the bathroom is that their actual intestinal walls are swollen, inflamed, and practically swollen shut. When the pipes are swollen, nothing can get through. So, we need to bring the swelling down with some herbal water. Let's go into that. Number 3, herbal water with cloves, ginger, and turmeric. Plain water hydrates and lemon water cleanses, but herbal water actively heals and repairs. We are talking about combining 3 of the most powerful ancient roots and spices in the world: Cloves, ginger, and turmeric. When seniors suffer from chronic constipation, the constant pressure of the trapped waste causes the delicate lining of the intestines to become deeply inflamed, red, and swollen. This swelling physically narrows the passageway of the colon, making it impossible for the stool to pass through no matter how soft it is. This specific herbal combination tackles this problem from 3 different angles. First, turmeric is packed with a compound called curcumin, which is one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatory substances on Earth. It acts like a soothing balm, immediately reducing the swelling and puffiness inside your intestinal walls and opening the pipes back up to their normal, healthy width. Second, the ginger acts as a natural engine starter. It is what scientists call a prokinetic. This means it physically communicates with the sluggish nerves in your gut, commanding the muscles to wake up and start their wave-like squeezing motions to push the waste forward. Finally, the cloves act as a gentle natural numbing agent and an antimicrobial. They soothe the painful, sharp cramping associated with constipation while simultaneously killing off any bad gas, producing bacteria that are causing you to feel horribly bloated and heavy. A 2023 study in the journal Digestive Diseases and Sciences confirmed that the combination of ginger and turmeric acts as a highly effective natural muscle mover for seniors. The study showed that these specific herbs significantly reduced gut inflammation while actively speeding up the time it took for food and waste to travel all the way through the digestive tract, eliminating backups. To create this ultimate healing drink, you are going to establish the evening herbal gut soother routine. About an hour after you finish eating your dinner, head into your kitchen. Take a small saucepan and pour in 2 cups of pure water. Turn the heat on the stove to medium. Take a thumb-sized piece of fresh raw ginger root. You do not even need to peel it. Just slice it into thin little coins and drop them into the water. Next, add half a teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder. Finally, toss in 4 or 5 whole cloves. Let this beautiful golden mixture come to a very gentle simmer on the stove for about 10 minutes. You will immediately start to smell the warm, spicy, incredibly comforting aroma filling your kitchen. After 10 minutes, turn off the heat and let it steep for another 5 minutes to pull every last drop of healing oil out of the spices. Carefully pour the golden water through a small strainer directly into your favorite mug, catching the ginger slices and the cloves. You will be left with a vibrant, bright yellow, deeply aromatic herbal water. Sip this slowly as you wind down for the evening, perhaps while reading a book or watching your favorite television show. As this warm, spiced water hits your stomach, the ginger immediately begins talking to your nerves, initiating a slow, steady, rhythmic squeezing in your gut. The turmeric travels down and coats the swollen, angry walls of your colon, acting like a cool compress to take down the inflammation and widen the passageways. And the cloves gently numb any sharp cramps or gas pains, allowing your belly to finally relax. You will go to sleep with a deeply comforted, calm digestive system. And while you are resting, this herbal water will work tirelessly to move the waste down to the exit door, ensuring that when you wake up the next morning, you are completely ready to go. You now have a complete 3-part daily water protocol to soften your stool, lubricate your pipes, and reduce the swelling in your gut. But even with the softest stool in the world, you still need physical movement and gravity to help your body push the waste out. If you just sit on the couch all day, your bowels will go to sleep. You need to physically massage your internal organs to get things moving. Here are 2 incredibly simple, zero-impact exercises you can do right in your living room that will physically force the trapped waste out of your body. Number 1, the seated spinal twist. When your stool is trapped, it is usually stuck in the corners of your large intestine. The seated spinal twist works by physically wringing out your torso exactly like you would wring out a wet, dirty towel. When you gently twist your upper body to the right, you are physically compressing and squeezing the ascending colon, pushing the trapped waste upward. Then, when you twist your body to the left, you are squeezing the descending colon, forcing that same waste downward toward the exit. It is a direct physical massage for your digestive organs that forces stagnant pockets of gas and trapped stool to move forward. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Bodywork and Movement Therapies found that elderly patients who incorporated gentle seated twisting movements into their daily routine reduced their overall bowel transit time by an incredible 30%, eliminating their reliance on chemical laxatives. Here's exactly how you do this safely and comfortably. Sit down in a sturdy, firm chair like a dining room chair. Do not use a soft sinking recliner. Sit up as tall and straight as you possibly can, planting both of your feet firmly and flatly on the floor. Take a deep, slow breath in, filling your lungs with air. As you slowly exhale your breath, gently turn your shoulders and your chest to the right side. You can take your left hand and gently place it on your right knee to help guide you. And let your right hand rest softly on the back of the chair. Do not force it and do not jerk your back. Just twist gently until you feel a slight comfortable stretch in your belly and your sides. Hold this twisted position for 5 deep, slow breaths. With every breath you take, you are gently massaging your ascending colon. Slowly turn back to the center. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently twist your upper body to the left side. Place your right hand on your left knee and look over your left shoulder. Hold this side for another 5 deep, slow breaths, physically squeezing your descending colon. Do this simple ringing motion back and forth about 5 times on each side. The absolute best time to do this exercise is about 20 minutes after you drink your midday citrus flush. The lemon water will have lubricated the pipes, and this gentle twisting will physically squeeze the softened waste right through your system. Number 2, deep belly diaphragmatic breathing. This next exercise does not even require you to move your arms or your legs, but it is one of the most powerful tools for curing constipation. It all comes down to a large umbrella-shaped muscle sitting right below your lungs called the diaphragm. When you take shallow breaths into your chest, which most people do when they are stressed or in pain, your diaphragm barely moves. But when you take deep, slow breaths into your belly, your diaphragm pushes downward. Because your intestines sit immediately below your diaphragm, this deep breathing acts as a continuous rhythmic physical massage for your entire digestive tract. It literally pushes and pumps your bowels from the top down. A 2021 study in the journal Frontiers in Medicine demonstrated that deep diaphragmatic breathing heavily stimulates the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the master control switch for your digestive system. When it is stimulated by this deep breathing, it instantly commands your colon to start having bowel movements and tells your body to drop into a state of deep relaxation, stopping the stress-induced spasms that cause constipation. Here is exactly how you perform this internal massage. Go to your bedroom and lie down flat on your back on your bed. If you need a small pillow under your head or under your knees for comfort, that is perfectly fine. Place both of your hands gently right on top of your stomach, covering your belly button. Close your eyes. Now I want you to take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. But instead of letting your chest rise, focus entirely on making your belly rise. Imagine you have a balloon sitting right under your hands and you're trying to fill that balloon with air. You should physically feel your hands lifting up toward the ceiling as your belly expands. Hold that breath for just 2 seconds. Then slowly and gently let the air out through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. As you exhale, feel your belly physically shrink and fall back down, letting your hands sink lower. Repeat this incredibly slow, deep belly breathing for 5 solid minutes. Focus entirely on the rise and fall of your stomach. The absolutely perfect time to do this is right after you drink your evening herbal gut soother. You can literally lie in bed, sip your warm ginger and turmeric water, and then do 5 minutes of this deep belly breathing. The herbs will calm the inflammation, and the breathing will physically pump the waste down. You will fall asleep deeply relaxed, and your bowels will be perfectly primed for the morning. I want to share a quick story about my client Martha. Martha was 68 years old, and for more than 5 painful years, she had been battling severe, stubborn constipation that simply would not go away. Every day felt exhausting and uncomfortable. She had followed all the common advice she kept hearing from mainstream health magazines and television programs. She forced herself to drink 8 large glasses of ice-cold tap water every single day, even though it made her feel uncomfortable. She also ate big bowls of dry, rough wheat bran because she believed it was supposed to clean out her system. But instead of improving, her condition became even worse over time. Her stomach constantly felt heavy and tight, almost like a solid brick was sitting inside her abdomen all day long. Her belly stayed swollen, bloated, and hard to the touch. Some days she could barely button her clothes comfortably. The pressure and discomfort made her miserable from morning until night. Worst of all, she became afraid of going to the bathroom because every attempt brought painful straining and frustration. She told me the experience left her feeling drained, hopeless, and embarrassed. When I listened to her story, I immediately realized her body was being shocked and stressed instead of gently supported. I explained that her digestive system did not need more harshness. It needed warmth, calmness, and relaxation. The very first thing I told her was to stop forcing herself to drink the ice-cold water immediately. Her body was already tense, and the cold water was only making her digestive muscles tighten even more. We completely changed her daily routine in a much gentler way. Instead of gulping down cold water, she began starting each morning with slow, soothing sips of warm water to help wake up her digestive system naturally. Before lunch, she drank a fresh lemon water mixture that helped her stomach feel lighter and more comfortable throughout the afternoon. Then at night, she followed a calming bedtime ritual. She slowly drank a warm herbal tea made with ginger and turmeric, allowing the warmth to relax her stomach and settle her body. After that, while lying comfortably in bed, she practiced deep belly breathing exercises to gently stimulate movement in her digestive tract and release tension that had built up over the years. Within a short time, her body began responding in a completely different way. The painful heaviness slowly started fading. Her stomach felt softer and less swollen. The fear and straining gradually became less intense, and for the first time in years, she finally felt like her body was beginning to work with her instead of against her.